This video is aimed at everyone who has just received a new Meta Quest. I'll summarize all the important videos from the last few weeks for you, from setup to secret tips and tricks and much more. So take your time, because you will definitely learn something that you didn't know before. Most of the tips are also useful if you have the Meta Quest 2 or other VR headsets. If you haven't seen my review of the Meta Quest 3 yet, take a look at the info cards now. My name is Thomas and you're watching VoodooDE VR. Thank you to my sponsors Woodghost VR, Opperman Events and Virtual Escape. Let's have some fun with the video and let's go.
VoodooDE.
This video has timestamps so you can jump in the different categories. The first part is about the first steps and setup of Meta Quest 3. Have fun! The Quest 3 is a standalone headset, so it doesn't need a console or PC. After you have created a Meta account for which you download the Meta app once on your smartphone, you can later buy and install the apps and games directly in the headset. In the package, you will find a small setup guide, a USB-C charging cable with plug, the two controllers, and of course the VR headset. The new Touch Plus controllers are very comfortable to hold, track well, and come with an included AA battery. So you turn on the Quest 3 with the button on the side and put it on by adjust the headband to your head at the back and top. It's even easier and more comfortable with the Elite strap, which you can order separately. In the headset itself, you first adjust your eye distance using the small wheel under Quest 3. Then connect your Wi-Fi and install any available updates. After that, you connect the Meta Quest 3 to your app that you have installed. A code will be displayed that you have to enter in the app. You then set up your room, which works very easily by drawing your play area or automatically with the depth sensor. Once this is done, you end up in the home menu, which you can control with both the controllers and via hand tracking. In the home menu, you can then browse for games in the store, buy them, and then install them in the library. You can also add your friends and communicate with them, or even invite them to your home environment. A very useful app that you should start with is First Encounter. So here, for example, you learn how to use the controllers in a mixed reality environment. For good games to start with, I made a separate video that you will find in the info cards now and in the description. You can also connect the Quest 3 to a gaming PC, which can be done via a link cable or even wireless via AirLink. Here you first have to install the Meta software on your PC and connect Quest 3. You can then play all games in the Meta PC store and on Steam VR. A big recommendation from me is the wonderful Half-Life Alyx. You can find a tutorial video on how exactly you connect Quest 3 to the PC in the info cards and in the description. Since the Quest 3 also has an integrated depth sensor and a pretty good pass-through view, be sure to try mixed reality apps like BAM. Here you can even play with other people and even see them live. Finally, I have some interesting tips for you for your Quest 3. So if your home environment doesn't fit to you, if you don't like it, you can change the home environment in the settings to a totally different virtual location. And there are also some good accessories, for example, the Elite strap and also VR cover. If you go via my link and use my coupon code, then you get even 10% off for all Quest 3 VR cover stuff. That's really awesome. Be very careful with sunlight. Do not use the headset outside. If the lenses are exposed to sunlight, even for 2 or 3 seconds, you will destroy your display. Don't do that. And of course, start with comfortable apps. Yeah, you see the categories inside the store page, this green, orange and red. Start with green games. As I said, I already made a separate video about that. So if you are at home and some friends are visiting you, you play with the Quest 3 and your friends are bored. But you can show them what you see in your headset by casting the Quest 3's monitor to the TV. That's awesome. And you can do that in the settings, just hit that button and then cast it to your TV. And by the way, if you are not sure if you want to buy an app and if you spend the money and so on, you can refund an app or a game that you bought in the Quest store when you play it less than 2 hours for 14 days. That's really cool. So you see, the Quest 3 is very easy to set up and offers over 500 apps and games that you can play directly with the VR headset, in addition to the thousands of PCVR games that you can play with the Quest 3. So for 500 bucks, you get a perfect start into virtual reality with a comfortable, easy to set up VR headset that offers pretty good quality. In part 2 of the video, I show you the best MetaQuest games for beginners. Walkabout Mini Golf. Yeah, the name says it all. You play mini golf in VR. The ball physics and the control with the controllers are very well done. It feels like real mini golf. You have 8 different courses with 18 lines each, and you also have the option of purchasing add-ons with even more courses. The whole thing even works in multiplayer. Moss Book 2. Quill the mouse is back and is being hunted. Those who want to destroy this world are after the glass relic and will stop at nothing to steal it. In this jump and run adventure, you see the world from above and control your character with the thumbsticks. The game can also be played while sitting. Samba de Amigo. You can now play this classic game in VR. In this rhythm action game, pick up your maracas and groove to over 40 hits from the world's most popular genres. Maybe you'll make it to the top of the online world rankings. In any case, you'll really get moving here. Beat Saber. This music rhythm game should not be missing from any list. It's one of the most popular VR games and is perfect for beginners, as well as advanced players, because the game offers many different songs with several levels of difficulty. With 2 lightsabers, you need to cut the blocks. Alone or with friends, absolutely fun. Job simulator and vacation simulator. In a world where robots have taken over all human jobs, enter Job Simulator or Vacation Simulator to experience the true meaning of jobbing or put yourself in relaxation mode. You experience various tasks such as cooking, repairing cars, snowball fights or making ice cream. Perfect for learning how to use the controllers and movement in virtual reality. Did you like the video so far? Then leave a like now and subscribe to my channel and press the bell so you don't miss anything in the future. First encounters. The first app, you should start with Quest 3. Here you can learn how to use the controllers and move in virtual reality in a playful way. In addition, the game even runs in mixed reality, so you can also see your real living room while playing. Cute space creatures have landed on a distant planet. Help them get to their rescue ship before time runs out. The more you collect, the higher you score. 11 Table Tennis. A very realistic table tennis simulation. The ball physics are almost no different from the real ones. You play against bots in different environments or even against your friends online. Since you only move in front of the virtual table tennis table with your own feet, you can't get sick here. Super Hot VR. The ultimate VR action experience. Time only runs when you move in your play space. No life bars, no conveniently placed ammunition. You against a superior enemy force. The right strategy is required here. What do I throw? Where do I shoot? What move do I make next? Absolutely cool. Richie's Plank Experience. Extremely strong emotions will be evoked here in a very short time. Best entertainment for your friends and family as they walk along a narrow plank at a height of 80 floors. Weak knees and sweaty hands are guaranteed. The whole thing gets even cooler if you use a real plank that you put in your living room and set up a fan to simulate the wind. Power Wash Simulator VR. Enjoy the relaxed atmosphere and peace as you clear dirt from sidewalks, vehicles, public parks and other dirty things. The game is great after a stressful day at work and you can even play it online with your friends. Since you can move around here with the teleport function, you are guaranteed not to get sick. At the end, there is an important note. In the Quest store, you will find information about the comfort level for each game. For example, green means comfortable, orange means moderate, and red means intense. As a beginner, of course, you should only play games that are rated as comfortable. Part 3 is about the 10 best free VR games for MetaQuest. Big screen. So this isn't actually a game, but it's still a must-have. Chill out in a virtual cinema with your friends who may live thousands of kilometers away and watch films together. You can even throw popcorn. Blast On. A fast-paced PvP VR shooter where your survival depends on only one rule: stand never still. Duel in this slow-motion bullet hell fighting game, unlock weapons, customize gear, dodge projectiles and land a perfect shot. Customize your weapons with weapon attachment to suit your playstyle. Give your avatar and arsenal new looks and create your own tournaments in the Ozo Lounge. Warning, you will sweat. Elixir. You become part of a team stationed somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Your tasks as a magician's apprentice include feeding, washing and supervising mysterious creatures. You will also be responsible for maintaining the sensitive equipment in the chaotic laboratory. The game also supports the Quest 3's hand tracking. First Encounters. Here you can learn how to use controllers and move in virtual reality in a playful way. In addition, the game runs in mixed reality mode of the Quest 3, so you can also see your real living room. Cute space creatures have landed on a distant planet. Help them get to their rescue ship before time runs out. The more you collect, the higher your score. Glassbreakers. Lead your team of champions into an arena and immerse yourself in this thrilling game of tactics, magic and power. Now you have to face your opponents and their champions in real time in this 1 versus 1 fighting game. By completing quests, you can also earn currency that you can spend on your characters. Okay guys, did you like the list so far? I'm really happy about a thumbs up and a subscription with a bell. But a comment would be even more important to me. Write down if you also want to buy the Quest 3 and why. But now let's go on. Pavlov Shack. One of the most popular VR shooters with realistic weapon technology. The game includes a variety of maps and modes. For example, you can play 5 against 5 or all versus all. The whole thing is very action-packed and you can always find players on the servers. Population 1. Of course, the Battle Royale shooter cannot be missing in this list. Land in a near future world with limitless combat options. You have to fight alone or as team and survive to the end. Rec Room. The best place to build and play games together. Meet up with friends from around the world to chat, hang out, explore rooms created by millions of players, or build something new and amazing to share with all of us. Roblox. This game lets you explore experiences and share them with friends. With over 66 million daily active users and a huge variety of immersive 3D experiences created by a global community, there's always something new to discover. Now finally for virtual reality on your Quest 3. VR chat. Forgetting VR chat in this list would be fatal. A large number of players are in this social VR app. The game allows you to embody custom avatars, play social games, and connect with friends in new ways. VR chat is the home of a massive global community of gamers, musicians, creators, artists, entertainers, and more. You can create your own things and share them with the community. In part 4, you will learn how to play PCVR games on Meta Quest. Have fun! First, go to your PC and install the Meta PC software. You can find the link in the description below. You then have to decide whether you would prefer to connect the Quest 3 to the PCVR cable or wireless. With the cable, you have the advantage that the Quest 3 is charged at the same time you play. I have linked a very good link cable for you in the description. Of course, wireless, you have more freedom of movement. To do this, your Quest 3 must be in the same network as the PC, or ideally connected to the same router. Once you have decided which method you will use, open the Meta PC software and click on Devices. Then on Add Headset and of course select the Quest 3. Now you choose the connection via cable or Airlink. In my case, I decided for Airlink. Now we continue in the headset. Here you go to the quick settings and select Quest Link. If you decided on wireless connection, activate Use Airlink here. Your PC should now be listed under Available Computers after a short while. Select it and click Pair. A message should now pop up on the PC monitor with a code that you confirm. Do the same thing in the VR headset and then click on Start. Wait a bit and you will be in the Meta PC environment where you can install and use all PCVR games from your library. If you have installed SteamVR on your PC, which is free via the Steam software and then in the Steam shop, you can now start SteamVR either directly on the PC or in the VR headset. Here you have thousands of VR games available via the Steam shop. It is important to know that all PCVR games are installed on the PC, not on the VR headset. If you want to terminate the connection to the PC again, go back to the Meta menu with the Meta button on the right controller, press Settings, Headset and then deactivate. Yeah, it's that simple. Play almost unlimited VR games. Okay guys, and I will show you quick how to do that. So I'm on a Meta Quest 3 here. You will go to the store, you will enter Steam link and here will you find it. Yeah, go for it, it's for free. And then you can already see the screenshots. You will have to install it. Here it is already installed. Wait for download. Then of course make sure that your PC is on in the same network. Install Steam and SteamVR. And then here go on Start. You will look for the PCs that are online. In my case there are 2 PCs. I will choose this one because this is the right one in the same network. I will go here. And look how fast that is. Yeah. Normally, when you do it the first time, you have to enter a code. Yeah, there's a code, and that you will see inside the headset, and you will enter that 4 digits codes on your PC, and then you are here. Look how fast that was. It's insane. It's so easy. And I didn't try it for a long time, but in the time I tried that, I can tell you that the quality is really good. Yeah, it's really good. It's very sharp. I'm here on a Wi-Fi 6 router. And now you can just install all the Steam games that you have. The Steam VR games. How cool is that? Yeah, you don't need any additional software like Virtual Desktop or Oculus, the old Oculus software or anything. Just install that. And this is absolutely nice. And that's already the tutorial, guys. You don't need more. How cool is that? So if you want to do it, I will put the link for the Steam Link software in the description below on the Meta Store, and also Steam and Steam VR, so that you can download it very easy. And yeah, that's everything. Part 5 is about how to install apps on your Meta Quest that are not in the official store. Only thing you need is a developer account. That's no problem. I will put the link in the description below where you can do that. Then in the Meta app, just go to the headset settings. Then go to developer mode and switch that on. After that, restart the Quest 3 just to be sure that it's activated. After that, go to your PC, download SideQuest, link is in the description below. Then just install it. Then connect the Quest 3 via USB-C cable to your PC. Then while SideQuest is opened, inside the headset there will be a prompt that asks you, will you allow USB debugging? Yes, of course you will allow that. For me it was, he asked 3 times. Always say yes, allow, and then in SideQuest there should be a green logo that the Quest 3 is connected, and then you can download all the apps from SideQuest and APKs and whatever you like. Yeah? And then after that you can just go inside the headset and go for your library, search and click on unknown apps, and then you can start them. Yeah guys, and SideQuest is not only for installing APKs. You can also do some different stuff, but first I want to show you how you can get to the App Lab. You go here to Games, and then you click on App Lab, and here you find all the Meta App Lab games. There are some cool stuff inside. For example, here you can find a Pavlov Shack. You can just download that and so on. That's pretty cool. But here are some other categories as well. And then here you can also find some different options. For example, stream from your headset to your PC. When I click on Start Stream, then you can see me here. that's nice. Yeah, and Oculus casting to browser. You can disable the proximity sensor. You can play around with the crop and so on. Really nice. And you can go here for wireless. You can also connect wireless. This is like experimental mode. And here on this symbol, you can change the headset settings. Some of the settings are only for Quest 1 and Quest 2. You have to check it out. Default texture size, refresh rate, chromatic aberration. Some of them are now available inside the Quest 3 without SideQuest, just in the experimental mode. Here you can set a video capture size. You can even capture in 60 frames per second. Here's some experimental modes and so on. Proximity sensor again. And here's something cool. It can disable the Guardian. Yeah, I will try that and then tell you if it works with mixed reality. So the problem is when you scan your whole apartment and there's still the Guardian activated, which doesn't make sense, of course. I will try that to deactivate and then we will see how that works. So, yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. Just play around a little bit with that. The Quest 3 must be connected like here with a green button, of course. In part 6, you will learn 40 useful tips and tricks for your Meta Quest. Tip 1. Casting to other devices. By clicking on the camera button in the Quest 3 menu, you can stream the current view of Quest 3 to a TV, a browser or your cell phone, so that your friends can watch you play. If your TV doesn't support this, you can, for example, buy a Chromecast stick that you plug into your TV. Tip 2. Set Quest 3 to factory settings. If your VR headset no longer works at all, even after a restart, or you want to sell the headset and the reset via the app doesn't work, you can perform a factory reset from the recovery mode. To do this, turn off the Quest 3 completely. Then press and hold power and volume down until the Meta logo appears. Then let it go. And Then there will be a menu. Go to factory reset and then reset the Quest 3. Tip 3, reset view. To reset the view of both your active app and the home menu, simply press and hold the Meta button on the right controller for 2 seconds. Tip 4, refund app purchases. If you purchased an app from the Meta store, you can get a refund if you don't like it, if you have used the app for less than 2 hours and purchased it not more than 14 days ago. To do this, go to Menu, Settings, Purchase in your Meta app on your smartphone. Click on the 3 dots next to the app you want to return and then click on Request a refund. Tip 5, smoother display with 120 Hz. If you want to see the home environment and some apps and games that support it with the smoother display, then activate the 120 Hz mode. To do this, go to Settings, System, Display and activate 120 Hz refresh rate. Please note that it requires a little bit more battery power. Tip 6, pair Quest Pro controller. If you have purchased the Quest Pro controller, you can find it in the description, the link. You can pair it by going to Menu, Devices, Meta Quest 3, Headset Settings, Controller in the smartphone app and then clicking Pair New Controller. Do this with both controllers. Tip 7, turn off automatic activation. If it bothers you that the Quest 3 automatically turns on when you put it on, go to the menu, Devices, Meta Quest 3, Headset Settings, Power Settings in the smartphone app and deactivate the automatic activation option. Tip 8, avoid sunlight. Make sure that sunlight never shines on the lenses of your VR headset, even for a few seconds. The lenses are basically magnifying glasses and they can burn your display. It is therefore best not to use it outside or never leave it close to a window. Tip 9. Avoid motion sickness. If you are a VR beginner or generally prone to motion sickness, check how intense the app is before you buy an app in the store. Green means comfortable. You can't get sick. But you should be more careful with the orange or even red category. Tip 10. Room scan with furniture. You can scan your entire room or even your entire apartment to prepare it for mixed reality apps. To do this, go to Settings, Physical Room, Set up room in Quest 3. Then scan your room. You can even place additional furniture such as tables or shelves, which can then also be used for mixed reality apps. Tip 11. Developer mode. For some things, like for example sideloading, you need a developer account and developer mode. To do this, go to the Meta developer page that I linked in the description and change your account to a developer account. Then go to Smartphone app under Menu, Devices, Meta Quest 3, Headset Settings, Developer Settings and activate the developer mode there. Tip 12. Controller shortcuts. To quickly take a photo of the current content of Quest 3, press the Meta button on the right controller and then tip the trigger button. This will cause a screenshot. If you want to record a video, do the same. Hold the Meta button, but also hold the trigger for 2 seconds. Then it will start a recording. End the recording with the same Meta button and hold the trigger. You can find the results in the library when you click the camera symbol in the Quest 3 menu. Tip 13. SideQuest and App Lab. To access even more apps that are not in the official Meta store, you can use the SideQuest PC software to install additional apps from the App Lab or APK files on your Quest 3. I made a separate video about this, which you can find in the info cards now and in the description. Tip 14. Access thousands of more VR games via PC. You can also connect the Quest 3 to a gaming PC and play all PCVR games from the Meta PC Store or Steam. This can be done via cable or wireless. You can find a separate tutorial video in the info cards now and in the description. Tip 15. Improve video recordings. So the Quest 3 can record video of the current displayed content by going to the menu, clicking the camera icon and then click record video. But to set the record quality and format, you have to go to settings, system and camera. Here you can make various recording settings. If this option is not available, first go to settings and experimental and activate the new camera settings there. Tip 16. Count calories. If you use the Meta Quest 3 as a fitness device, you can display an app overlay that shows you your current calorie status. To do this, install the Move app if it's not already installed from the library. Set it up with your values and start it. You can view the statistics even in the smartphone app. Tip 17. Watch films. You can watch films on Quest 3. This can be done, for example, with the apps Sky Player. This is a really nice software. You should consider to install it. Or Big Screen. This is a virtual cinema that you can even use with friends. Or Virtual Desktop, which you can also use to stream films from your PC. Or simply use the Quest 3's integrated player. You can first copy some files to the Quest 3. 3D movies are also supported. Tip 18. Switch between controller and hand tracking. If you want to switch between controller and hand tracking, go to Settings, Motion Tracking, Hand Tracking and activate Hand and Body Tracking. You can also activate Automatic Switch here, then the Quest 3 automatically switches to hand tracking when you put the controller down. Tip 19. Play in complete darkness. The Quest 3 normally requires light to enable good tracking. However, if you still want to use it in complete darkness, you will need infrared lights. A small module that you can plug in to Quest 3 is available for purchase. You can find the link in the description below and it can still be charged at the same time. Tip 20. Save battery. To extend the battery life of the Quest 3, you can, for example, switch off the Wi-Fi function in the Quest 3 menu, but that of course only works for single player games. An extended battery mode can also be activated, which reduces the brightness, resolution and frames per second to save battery. You can find this in the settings under System, Energy Settings. There you activate the extra battery mode. Tip 21. Privacy settings. You can adjust your Quest 3 privacy. Here you can, for example, set who sees your activities, create a private profile, manage device and app permissions, or even assign a password to individual apps. To do this, go to Settings and then Privacy. Okay guys, did you like the video so far? If yes, I would totally appreciate thumbs up and a subscription with the bell so we will not miss any cool videos for Quest 3 in the future. But let's go on now. Tip 22. Smartphone notifications. You can display notifications from your smartphone in the Quest 3. To do this, go to Menu, Devices, Meta Quest 3, Headset Settings, Phone Notifications in the Meta Smartphone app and activate it here. Tip 23. Connect mouse and keyboard. You can connect a Bluetooth mouse and keyboard to the Quest 3, for example, to use the web browser. To do this, go to the Settings under Bluetooth and Devices and add the relevant devices. Tip 24. Multitasking. You can use 3 apps at the same time on Quest 3. To do this, simply hold down an app with the trigger or an app symbol and drag it to a free app space, left or right. Tip 24. Do not disturb. If you don't want to be disturbed at all during your VR session, you can switch on Do Not Disturb mode in the settings under Notifications. Tip 26. App sharing. If you want to share your game library with a family member or friend, you can do this with app sharing. To do this, your friend must log in to your app under Settings and Account with their Meta account on your Quest 3. You then activate app sharing in the same menu. Your friend will then have access to your game library on his Quest 3. Unfortunately, this does not work with multiplayer games. Tip 27. Cross-buy list. Some games that you purchase from the Meta PC store will automatically be available on your Quest 3 as a standalone version and vice versa, without you having to purchase them again. The games that support this are shown in a list by Meta. You can find the link in the description below. Tip 28. Save with referral links. If your friend buys a game using your referral link, they save 25% and you get $5 for the Meta store. To do this, go to Menu, My Library, select the game in the Meta smartphone app, click on the 3 dots, then send referral link. You can then send the link to your friend via, for example, WhatsApp or email, and if he buys the game, you get the advantages. Tip 29. Install apps from your smartphone. You can easily install apps on the Quest 3 from your smartphone. To do this, go to Menu, My Library, select the game in the Meta smartphone app, and then install to headset. Tip 30. Create an avatar. You can create your own avatar for your Meta account, which your friends can also see if you invite them to your home environment, for example. To do this, simply click on the mirror in your home environment and a window will open in which you can customize your avatar. You can turn the avatar mirror on and off in the settings under Personalization, Interactive Objects. Tip 33. Activate pass-through mode quickly. To activate the pass-through mode, that is the view of your real environment through the Quest 3, simply double tap your hand against the Quest 3. If the setting is not activated, do this in the settings under Physical Space, Pass-Through, and activate double tap for pass-through. Tip 32. Measure the distance between your eyes, or so-called IPD. So there are several methods to measure the distance between your eyes, which you have to adjust in Quest 3 with the small wheel beneath the headset, in order to see everything clearly, of course. The easiest but least accurate method is to use a ruler. It's better to have an app for your smartphone to measure the distance. You can find an example app in the description below. But the safest method, however, is going to an optician and have the distance measured by them. They often do this for free and it only takes a few seconds. Tip 33. Disable Guardian System. If you want to deactivate the Quest 3 security system, for example if you want to cover a larger area or for mixed reality apps, first activate the developer mode. I already explained this to you in tip 11. Then go to Settings, System, Developer and deactivate the Guardian. However, be very careful when deactivating this security system. Tip 34. Web VR games. You can also play VR games with the Quest 3 via the built-in browser. To do this, open it and see a list of apps. In the best of the immersive web category, there are some good games and some free ones as well. It takes a while for the games to start and download, and you have to give the browser permission to start immersive apps. Tip 35. Copy files from Quest 3. To copy files from your Quest 3 to the PC, connect it to the PC with a USB-C cable. Then you have to confirm a dialog in Quest 3 and the file browser on the PC opens. Be very quick because sometimes the dialog disappears very soon. You can find the recordings under Oculus video shots, for example. Attention, the confirmation message no longer appears in Do Not Disturb mode. Tip 36. Give help to beginners. If you want to show Quest 3 to a friend and he's a complete beginner, you can support him during his VR session for example, by starting apps via your smartphone. To do this, go to the smartphone app, then go to Menu, My Library, select an installed app and click Start. But you can provide even more help by streaming the Quest 3 content to your phone. To do this, click on Stream in the smartphone app under Menu, Devices, MetaQuest 3, select MetaQuest 3 again and then press Start. Then you can see on your smartphone what is currently being displayed in Quest 3. And you can also start apps, activate pass-through or reset the view. Tip 37. Use hand straps. It can happen incredibly quickly that you become so immersed in your VR experience that you forget the real environment. Especially when you throw things around in VR, you might end up throwing the controller in your window or in the TV. It is therefore essential to always use the hand straps on the controllers, even if that means a few seconds more preparation time, but this is better than this. Tip 38. Change your virtual environment. You can change the default home environment and, for example, beam yourself into a cyber city. To do this, go to Settings, Personalization, Virtual Environment and select a different environment. If you scroll all the way down, you can even use your own 360-degree image as your home environment. Tip 39. Check for updates. Your Quest 3 does not always install the updates automatically or sometimes not at the time you want that. To check whether there is a new update, go to Settings, System, Software Update. If an update is available here, it will be offered to you. Also activate the option automatically turn on the headset for updates to always have the latest updates, even if the Quest 3 is turned off. Tip 40, accessories. As accessories, I can recommend, for example, the VR cover for the facial interface. That's very comfortable. Or the original Elite strap with battery. Or the M3 Pro set from Bobo VR. A bag is also very useful. This one is from Syntec, really good. And there's also, for example, the AMVR battery strap that you can hang over your shoulders. That's also very useful if you want to extend the battery life. You can find all the links and some coupon codes in the description below. Part 7 is about how to work with your Meta Quest. Okay guys, and here's a good example how you can work in virtual reality. This is actually the software Virtual Desktop, and here's my PC monitor. I'm connected wireless with the Meta Quest 3 to my PC, and in the background there's the Virtual Desktop streamer, and here I can just do everything I would do with the mouse. That's just my desktop. I can scroll and so on, switch tabs, just use my desktop stuff. And if I connect the two monitors, I can switch to the other monitor when I click this button and then switch monitor. And look at this. Now I'm in an Excel sheet and I can use a keyboard here, for example, and then you see that here. Yeah, I can do whatever I want here, and I can even right click with the B button on the right controller. See that? Well, that's really awesome. And I can close the keyboard again and I can switch back to the other monitor. Well, that's really nice. And you can also not only work but also watch movies. You see that here, half side by side, full side by side movies. And for this, for example, you can switch the seat and then watch from the big TV here. That's really awesome. That's for checking out a presentation, for example, or watching movies and so on. And you can even switch the environment, for example, to an auditorium. Look at this. And now I have a really huge monitor in front of me. That's absolutely nice. Yeah. So for watching movies, that's awesome. But you can, of course, also play games, wireless. Just with your PC, I can stream Half-Life Alyx to my Quest 3, for example. So Virtual Desktop is really awesome. And what you need for that is, on your PC, you will need this here, the Virtual Desktop Streamer software. And from the Meta Store virtual desktop, you have to buy it. You can find all the links in the description below. But this is a really nice way to have your PC here, have your desktop and work in VR. Really nice. So if you want to do that, virtual desktop is a nice tool for that. Yeah, guys, and there's another method how you can work together. So this is from Meta, Horizon Workrooms. This is a free app. You can start it. This is my desktop, my PC. And this is the workroom that I created for testing. And I can invite, you can see it, add people, and then I can invite some people here that can join in VR, or also just via a desktop if they don't have a VR headset. Unfortunately, I cannot control that with my controllers, but with my mouse. Now you can see I can add people here. I can also, for example, switch monitors. For example, go here and then switch monitors. And then here I'm in my sheet, Excel sheet, and I can click here. And as you can see, you see my real keyboard and my hands here. I can go test 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that cool? And then I can, of course, I can share my monitor, and then it will be shown there or wherever you like. You can even switch environments, for example, here. And you can, of course, make the screen smaller and so on. You can do hands up, you can switch off your monitor, you can change position, you can even switch off the pass-through view of that. Yeah, and here I have some options for the room. And of course you can control everything here with your real mouse. I can switch back now to the other monitor, and then we can even chat together with the other people. It has hand tracking as well when you switch it on, and that's really nice. And it's for free. So you just need the desktop app to stream your desktop. You can share your monitor, as I said, and just establish a workroom, and then everybody can join. That's really nice. Horizon Workroom. Yeah, and another tool that you can use is this one here. It's called Mozilla Hubs. Yes, it's from Mozilla, the same company that made the browser. And yeah, this is a demo. We are here in a conference room, and I can jump to different places here. And yeah, that's my private room. And here I can invite people. I can switch off my microphone. I can even jump here, you see that? And I can do smooth locomotion. Yeah, and this works via a browser, via web VR. Look at this when I push the button from the left controller. This is just a browser experience. So here I can chat, so other people can join without VR headset. We can chat here, I can invite people. Here you have different options like creating your avatar, change your avatar, change room, change settings, and so on. That's really nice. And I can just go in VR here again, and then I'm back. That's nice. That's another method to have conferences and work and so on. Yeah, you can find the link in the description below. The basic version is for free. I think you can invite like 10 people there. And you can try it out if you like. Nice. Okay, guys, and here is the next app that I want to show you. It's called Immersed. And the basic version is also for free. I think you can just have up to 4 monitors. And look at this, you can even have them wherever you want. You can put them away, pull them very, very close. And that's awesome. Here another one and another one. You can even resize them, whatever you want. And these are my desktop. Of course, this is my desktop. And yeah, for example, here I can do something. Open some stuff. Here I can work in an Excel sheet, and here I can watch my videos all at the same time. And that's really cool. And look at this here. I even have my mixed reality keyboard here. You see that? And I can write in my Excel sheet, hello guys. That's so cool, isn't that? Test 1, 2, 3. So how cool is that? Yeah, that's really nice. And yeah, that's what you can do here. And of course, there's a menu of Immerse. You push the button here on the Meta controller, and here you can see all that stuff. Like, yeah, the conference room, you can change that. You can go in a public room, some settings here for a keyboard and so on. You can share the link to invite other people. You have a whiteboard where you can paint, and you can have a webcam. You have the keyboard here, and then you can invite your friends directly, and that's really awesome. That's really nice. And yeah, if you want to try it, the basic version is for free. As I said, I will put a link in the description below. Immersed, very, very cool. In part 8, I will show you how to enhance your experience with the Meta Quest. Okay, some preparation is necessary to use the Quest Games Optimizer, but it's definitely worth it, I can tell you. First, you need to make sure you have access to a PC or laptop. You have to sideload the tool. I have already explained how this works with SideQuest in a tutorial, which you can find in the info cards now. So you buy the Quest Game Optimizer for 10 bucks. It's definitely worth it. You can find the link in the description and use my SideQuest tutorial to install the APK file that you received after purchase. Then you have to go to your game library and go to unknown sources at the top. Then you will see the Quest Game Optimizer and you can start it. You need to enter the email address you used when you purchased it. That's you only have to do it one time. However, you now have to connect the Quest 3 again to the PC with SideQuest opened. Then, inside the Quest 3, you will be asked whether you want to allow USB debugging. Here, you must definitely press Always Allow from this device. Don't press something else. This is very important. This request comes 4 times in a row. Always press Always Allow from this device. Then you press Enable Wireless Mode inside Quest. The Quest 3 and the PC must be on the same network or Wi-Fi. After that, you can disconnect the cable from the Quest 3. So if you have done everything correctly, the word ADB will appear in green at the top of the Quest Game Optimizer. In order to be able to use the function for the automatic recognition of games and profiles, you will be asked for permission again in the Quest 3 settings, which you must activate. Now you can change many settings in the Quest Game Optimizer, such as automatic optimization, setting up a shortcut to the app, or showing performance statistic. In the video recording settings, you can significantly improve the recording quality of the Quest 3's internal recording function. For example, you can change the eye recorded, left or right, or even switch to a side-by-side mode, with which you can convert the Meta Quest 3 into a 3D camera. How cool is that? The files, the 3D files, you can watch with any VR headset then, and even later on the Apple Vision Pro, for example. That's crazy. Then you can change the resolution and the recording format, as well as compression and frame rate. In a list within the app, you will find all the games that have been optimized. That is over 500 games. The most important function of the tool, however, is the selection of profiles. To do this, click on the 3 dots next to the installed game you want to optimize. There are various choices here. The battery icon reduces the resolution, refresh rate, and CPU-GPU power, allowing the Quest 3's battery to last longer, finally. But of course, it will look a little bit different and a little bit worse, that's for sure. With the HD Plus profile, however, the opposite happens. The resolution and graphics are greatly increased. Of course, the battery life decreases then. If you go to Edit, you can create a profile for the game yourself. Here you can, for example, give the game an extreme resolution and up to 120 Hz, and also optimize the CPU and GPU performance for the game. But don't overdo it here. Otherwise, some games will start to stutter, definitely. By the way, with the Quest Game Optimizer, the Quest 3 will never be overclocked. Very important. However, as the Quest 3 now needs a lot of more battery power, I advise buying a battery strap that I linked in the description. Then you can play even longer. If you want to deactivate all profiles again, press the corresponding symbol in the tool's main menu. Yeah, so as you can see, the Quest Game Optimizer is absolutely brilliant. In part 9, I show you the 10 best mixed reality tips and tricks for MetaQuest 3. Tip 1. Room scan with furniture. You can scan your entire room or even your entire apartment or house to prepare it for mixed reality apps. To do this, go to Settings, Physical Room, Setup Room in Quest 3. Then scan your room, and you can even after that place additional furniture such as tables and shelves, which then can also be used for a mixed reality. That's really cool. Tip number 2, set Guardian to the maximum. So that the Guardian system doesn't annoy you, I mean the virtual wall setup here, when you approach a real wall, simply draw it to the maximum. That's 15 by 15 meters. Then you won't get a message in a mixed reality app so quickly when you leave your area. Remember that the room scan is not the same as the Guardian system. Tip 3, developer mode. For some tricks in the mixed reality area, you need a developer account and mode. To do this, go to the Meta developer page and change your account to a developer account. Then go to the smartphone app under Menu, Devices, MetaQuest 3, Headset Settings, Developer Settings, and activate developer mode. Tip 4. Deactivate Guardian system for mixed reality. If you want to completely deactivate the Quest 3 Guardian security system, in contrast to the tip I just mentioned, for example, if you want to cover a huge area, first activate the developer mode as I explained to you in the previous tip. Then install the MetaQuest Developer Hub software on your PC, which I have linked in the description. Here you log in with your created developer account and connect the Quest 3 to your PCVR cable. Confirm the USB connection inside the headset once. In the software you can then optionally set the connection to the software via Wi-Fi, which I definitely recommend. Then deactivate the boundary option. Now we can use mixed reality apps without limits. However, some apps may turn the limits back on when you start them, so you have to turn them off again in the tool. Tip 5. Mixed reality in dark environments. If you want to use mixed reality in a very dark environment, for example to play a horror game, then Quest 3 sometimes does not have enough light to track the environment. To still enable good tracking, you need infrared lighting. A small module that you can see here can be purchased in the description below, and it's just a plug into the USB-C port. Overall, the opposite is actually recommended. I mean a very bright room for mixed reality. That's much better, but you can still use this one. Tip 6. Activate pass-through mode quickly. To activate the pass-through mode, I mean the view of your real environment to the Quest 3, simply double tap your hand against the Quest 3, then it will activate the pass-through mode. If the setting is not activated, do this in the settings under physical space, pass-through, and activate double tap for pass-through. Now you can watch videos or have the browser open while you see your real environment. For example, you have a cooking recipe, a virtual one, while you cook yourself in your real environment. That's cool. Tip number 7. The perfect mixed reality room. The Quest 3 can do the room scan and scan the environment best when you play in the quiet environment. Places where there are a lot of people walking around are not suitable. There should also be no moving objects in the room, such as office chairs, or they should at least stay in the same place for gaming. In addition, the room should not be too crowded or too full of items. Tip 8. Clean cameras and sensors. Yeah, in fact, if the camera or depth sensor on the front of the Meta Quest 3 are not clean, tracking or even image quality from mixed reality pass-through may be affected. So you can clean it with the microfiber cloth. Here the 3 sensors and the small cameras here. Do this sometimes and it can improve the experience a little bit. Tip number 9, set IPD correctly. Some people have reported me that they experience motion sickness in pass-through mode or in mixed reality. On the one hand, this may be due to the warping effect, which cannot be completely avoided technically, for now at least. In some cases, it is also because the eye distance was not set correctly. There are several methods to measure your eye distance, which you have to adjust in the Meta Quest 3 with the wheel under the headset. The easiest but least accurate method is to use a ruler. It's better to have an app for your smartphone to measure the distance. You can find an example app in the description. The safest method, however, is to go to an optician and have the distance measured professionally. They often do this for free and it only takes a few seconds. Tip number 10, good mixed reality apps. Some good mixed reality apps you can get started with include Coaster Mania. Here a virtual roller coaster rides through a real environment. In Drop Dead the Cabin Home Invasion, you have to protect your home from zombies, which can also be very scary. In Aspire 2, on the other hand, you have to complete agent missions in your own living room. There are also different quests in this game. If you want to try out a mixed reality multiplayer game, I can recommend you BAM! You fight against your friends in a robot battle arena that floats in your real environment. In part 10, I will show you how to use your Meta Quest as a mobile cinema. There are different ways to watch movies on the Quest 3. The easiest method is to watch the films using the Meta browser, as this is already pre-installed on the Quest 3. Here you can watch YouTube videos even better than on the official YouTube VR app, because for some unknown reasons only HD resolution of the videos is available here. Therefore, I do not recommend it until it is updated. In the browser, however, you can also set it to 4K. Another advantage of viewing it in the browser is that you can drag the window anywhere and zoom it in or out. You can also change the view in the Quest 3 quick settings by pressing Change Distance. You can then move or adjust the window. All of this even works if you have activated pass-through mode. Just like the YouTube VR app, the Netflix app is also currently experiencing problems with the maximum resolution. Unfortunately, you cannot watch Netflix via the integrated Meta browser. An error message will appear. I therefore recommend Virtual Desktop in connection with a PC. With this software, you can stream anything from your PC. Of course, very high resolutions are also possible here, and you can watch the video files from your PC. There is also a pass-through mode, which means you can watch your films in mixed reality as well. The Prime Video app from Amazon offers what you would expect, the range of films and series from Amazon Prime. However, also only in HD quality. A higher resolution is currently not possible. You can watch movies offline if you have downloaded them before. My personal favorite app is Big Screen. Here you can sit in a huge cinema and not just alone, but with your friends or people from all over the world. There are different rooms where you can watch films. You can even buy films or stream them from your PC and then even watch them with your friends, even though they are thousands of kilometers away. That's so cool. You can also register here in big screen via Amazon Prime, but your friends will also need this if you want to watch with them. By the way, you can also throw popcorn while watching the movies. That's insane. If you want to take the Quest 3 with you or watch something on the go and are offline, you can also copy film files to the Quest 3 via USB cable and PC, and then either watch it via the integrated player or use another app. A very good app for this is the Sky Player, for example. With this, you can play all film files and also adjust and place your movie window freely. In addition, it even offers you network streaming, for example, if you have a network storage at home and streaming service like Plex Media Server is running there. In Quest 3, you can then play the file. Of course, the Quest 3 must be on the same network as the network storage. In addition, it is even possible to play side-by-side videos for 3D movies. The Sky Player, by the way, costs $10. If you want to connect a USB-C stick to the Quest 3 here in the USB-C port, you can do this if you buy the tool 4X VR video player. Here you can play the files directly from the stick that you insert in the Quest 3. For example, if you have a lot of movie files and only have the 128 GB version of the Quest 3, this is really nice. By the way, you can find a suitable USB-C stick in the description below. The player also has a lot of settings overall and supports a lot of video formats. I hope you were able to pick up lots of useful tips. Feel free to write in the comments below how you like your new MetaQuest and what you plan to do with it. Please also take a look at my playlist of MetaQuest 3 games that you can find in the info cards now. Don't forget to subscribe and like so that you don't miss anything about MetaQuest, virtual reality and mixed reality in the future. Thank you for watching and see you next time in virtual reality. See ya!
VoodooDE